Hey friends! So today I wanted to come and give you guys a little tutorial on this ethereal makeup look that I created the other day. It was inspired by the Eternal Sunshine Tour makeup that Ariana Grande had on stage the other night. Guys, when I tell you, it was one of the most beautiful makeup looks that I've seen in a while. It was very ethereal, angelic, and otherworldly. Like, I just couldn't take my eyes off of her. So here I am creating my own version of it. So mostly with the base layer of this makeup, it's going to be very glowy, otherworldly, like your skin is just made out of glass. And then for the eye look, it's just going to be shimmery, glittery, mesmerizing. You can't take your eyes off of the beauty of my face. Now with her makeup, it was slightly less intense around her eyes. She did have a slight winged liner, but it was very minimal. But for me, I'm gonna go a little heavier with the liner. I just feel like that works a little bit better with my eyes. So yeah, I'm just getting my base layer down. I feel like with the base layer, as always, you have to blend. This is going to be one of the key components when it comes to having beautiful, airbrushed, natural looking makeup. You are going to have to take your time to blend. If you're not going to blend, your makeup is not going to look the best. So I'm going to go ahead and establish my winged liner before I lay down the shadows. I just thought it would be easier to just have that mapped out already before we go ahead and lay down that shadow. And my eyeliner is actually going to be on the bolder side here. For Ari's makeup look, it was very thin and barely there, but here I want it to actually be a little bit more dramatic and winged out. And it's not too far off because she loves a good bold eyeliner look. So I'm going to use 4 different colors for this eyeshadow color story. And we're first going to start off with that more muted pinky brown. That's going to be the base layer of the shadow. And as you can see, I'm just swiping it all over my eyelid and even going into my temple area and underneath my eyes. I want to create like this nice watercolor effect. And yeah, just have it all like blend seamlessly to create a really ethereal look. It shouldn't be you shouldn't see any lines of demarcation at all. It should all be blended to the gods, okay? So here we're just blending, just taking time to blend. As for Ari's look, she didn't have much blush on, but for me, I'm going to add in some blush. I love blush, I'm obsessed with it. And I'm just using that coral color that you guys saw in the beginning and mixing it with that muted pink. I just don't want it to be like too bright. I want it to be like more, seamless, like a natural flush. And one thing with blush, if you want a nice seamless look, you have to take your time and build it up on your face. I would never suggest starting super heavy-handed with blush because depending on the palette or whatever blush cream, stick, powder that you use, some pigments are heavier than others. So you always want to start with less is more and then build it up as you go to have that nice watercolor effect. Also lately with my blush, I've been using the Painted by Esther's blush technique, and I have to say it's chef's kiss every time. So the eyeshadows I'm using come from this Pat McGrath palette. This is more like the summery palette out of like all the eyeshadow palettes that she has, and I've been dying to use this shimmer right here for the longest time since I got this palette. And finally, I've been inspired to do this makeup look, so here we are. The camera doesn't do it justice on how pretty this shimmer is. It is so gorgeous. So for this look, I think it's best if you damp your brush a bit if you're going to use a shimmer like this, so it can glide a little bit easier on your eyelid. And especially because in this case, I was bringing the shimmer up to my brow bone and even to my temple, and then eventually bringing it down on my cheekbone. So it created like this watercolor-esque type of look. And yeah, wetting it definitely made it much easier. I think for the inner corner of your eye, it's best to use your finger and then tap it in on there. But if you want it to glide a little bit easier, you definitely need to damp that brush. So now we're at the point of just focusing on getting that nice highlight. And I'm just going to go back into and make sure that that cat eye is nice and snatched. But yeah, after this, it's just mostly highlighting, making sure I highlight the brow bone, my nose, my chin, and my cheekbones. And here, I almost forgot about this Fenty matchstick. This is in the shade Confetti, and it just went seamlessly with this look. So here I'm just adding it on the cheekbones, the temples, brow bone, my chin, and I think I added a little bit on my nose as well. Mostly I stayed with the Charlotte Tilbury rose gold highlight, and that's where I mostly focused it on my nose. I thought that would be a prettier type of look. And yeah, I'm just making sure I'm just well highlighted. That is the whole goal with this ethereal look. You just want to be highlighted all over and give that nice ethereal glow. And then now we're going to go ahead and focus on the lips. She did have a cute little nude lip. It wasn't too much, but it was very cute. And now I'm just making sure that mascara is nicely coating those lashes. At first, I was going to go in with the brown, but the brown was a bit underwhelming. And I want a nice lashy look. She did have a little lash strip on. So I just went in with the black mascara instead and just amplified it a bit more. And then here I have like this matching gloss to it too. It was so pretty, and it wasn't overwhelming, as you can see. So yeah, I'm just adding that on, making sure it's nicely coated, going back in, bronzing, cleaning up a little bit. But here, guys, yeah, I'm pretty much done adding that Tier setting spray, just melting everything together. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.